All right, GK Barry. Hello.
Woo. Hello.
The day has come.
I don't know why I would. But I made myself cringe.
Good start.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to the 90s/2022 gaming studio.
I'm sat. Thank you. It's been great.
I mean,
if anyone thinks I farted during this, it was the chair.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there quickly.
It's a good excuse, to be
you.
fair.
I always use that.
I had a question before anything. Where are you from originally?
I am from Cambridge.
Right.
Obviously, I used to go to uni in Nottingham.
Okay.
But then people think I'm from Essex.
Well, I thought you were from Norfolk, so that's a completely
so muggy.
Well, I'm from
Where's
Norfolk.
the door?
I'm from Norfolk.
Oh, okay.
Before you delve into that.
I mean, my parents love Norfolk, so we'll go with that.
Cambridge.
No, Cambridge, yeah, like bikes and that.
I went on a night out there, my friend's 18th.
God.
And it was a club. I can't remember the name, but it just played like rock music.
What?
Yeah.
Really? How long ago was this?
12 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it's probably closed down by now. But
probably.
No, they've all closed down. Never go to Cambridge for a night out.
Well, that's what happened where I live.
Really?
Well, obviously, I say I'm from Norwich. Really, I'm not. There's this town...
wait, Norwich or Norfolk?
Well, I was born in Norwich. I'm actually from Suffolk, though, but, you know.
Oh, I live near Bury. St Edmunds.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know if that means anything. But Suffolk,
I know, Bury got my dog from there when I was younger. We went to
All
Bury
these
to pick her
links,
up.
love that. Wow.
I know. Yeah, there's a town called Lowestoft.
Oh,
used
heard
to
of
have
it.
a few clubs. Never go there now. Just don't bother.
it's a bit of a journey anyway, really.
Exactly.
I might as well just go London.
Exactly.
London prices.
Better night out. So, do you game at all?
So, basically, I used to play PUBG during lockdown on my phone.
Right.
I was actually really good at that. And I play Animal Crossing on my Switch. That's really as much as I'm dipping my toes in.
I played Animal Crossing during lockdown.
It's great.
It's a good game.
It's
I haven't
zen.
played it for a while, but I feel like I was
same.
trading onions or what do you trade?
Oh my god, or like rocks. I used to sneak into my friends' towns, get some wood, get some rocks.
Someone bought me, my friend Meg, who I'm actually friends with
Shout
now.
out.
She, during lockdown, hadn't met her properly before.
Right.
But she delivered me a witch's hat. And I really appreciate that.
That's the symbol of friendship, that.
Yeah.
You can't ever fall out.
Exactly.
Well, you might, but...
For no reason. She was like, you're the witch. So I'm just going to... She literally came to my island, gave me a witch's hat and disappeared.
You. I'm jealous. All I got was rocks.
I'm dead.
I'll work on my friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Get rid of them.
Have you ever played The Sims?
The Sims.
Sims.
Literally... I used to, but then I just got a bit bored because I'd make them shag and I think that's funny. And I'd be like, well, what's the point?
Have you ever heard of a mod called Wicked Whims on The Sims?
No.
Right.
What's a mod?
So they're like modifications to the game.
Right.
So people can make them and then you download them yourself and put them in the game and it just changes the gameplay. So you can get one that is... I have one where they can be strippers and they can...
GTA vibes.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
how I learnt what strip club was.
What, from GTA?
Yeah. When I was really young, my brother had it. And I was like, oh, what's this? And I saw tits and I was like, oh, I love this place.
Was that San Andreas? GTA?
Yeah.
Great game. Love it.
Thanks.
But yeah, so there's this Wicked Whims mod in The Sims, right? And in The Sims they woohoo, which is their version of just sleeping together. Woo! And in this mod, that makes it really realistic. And it's really weird. Yeah. Like, and they can have periods. They have like a... ovulation cycle.
What a niche thing to do though, surely.
You can have like miscarriages, you can get abortions. Love
Selling
that.
it to me.
Yeah.
America's crying. Love that. Wow.
All of the realism, and this is my version of The Sims. I just download loads of mods.
Fine.
But I have it's called GK Reacts because I was in a rush and I couldn't think of anything else to call it. But I've got a load of news stories from the gaming world.
Right.
And I feel like it's going to be funny if you react to them because they're a little bit, obscure.
Right.
Let's be honest. So the first one, and I think I've mentioned this to Ovi when he came on the podcast, is about, Mario Tennis launched. So there's obviously Mario.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Mario.
Yeah.
And he's got a brother called Luigi.
He does.
Who's like the taller one. He always wears green.
Infamous.
And when the footage from Mario Tennis Aces dropped, people became obsessed with Luigi because in the photo he has a bulge. And I'll show you here. It's kind of around this, this area.
You've got to bring that closer.
I don't know if you can see, but on Luigi's shorts, there is he's doing like a a tennis swing, right? And he's
Why
got
did
a
they give him
bulge.
a bulge?
And the article here says, have you ever pondered the size of Luigi's dick?
Also.
Neither have we, but the artwork suggests that he does have a bulge. And then people were debating on Reddit how big, Luigi's...
I think he gives off massive cock energy.
BDE.
BDE, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Mario would have a small one because he's kind of short, kind of like a bit tubby. But Luigi would have a big one.
Really?
100%.
I'm
look
thinking
big?
more like... who's the other characters? Like Wario or...
Or no, they'd have tiny ones. It's like, when you sleep with muscly men and they always have really disappointing... No, am I allowed to say this on? Is this type of podcast to say this on?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Yeah, they always have really tiny penises. Whereas if you sleep with slimmer, tall men, schlongs.
Okay, so you think Luigi would have one?
I'm Team Luigi.
They've estimated, and bearing in mind they're like cartoons, so it might naturally be a bit smaller. So the verdict was it's about 3.7 inches, and then in brackets it says soft. So,
Well, maybe he's a grower as well.
Yeah, it could be if that's soft.
I'm impressed.
But I mean, people really have time to be...
The fact that they've estimated it is a lot.
I know. And I wonder how they came to that conclusion. Like, we don't have the scientific breakdown on...
He's Italian, isn't he?
Yes.
So maybe they're looking at the population of Italy, average size of men there, take a few inches off the height. Bob's your uncle, Luigi's your cock.
There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Right, the second one is kidnapper got someone got kidnapped.
I didn't need to laugh. I was like, right.
Someone got kidnapped. And they traded their victim for... Well, the kidnapper traded the victim for an Xbox 360.
You'd be so offended, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
Is that all I'm worth?
Have you ever seen those memes? It's like someone gets kidnapped and then they're in the back seat like, so where are we going to? Like, what music are we going to play? I feel like...
That's so... Although, happy to be free though, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. So basically, a man recently kidnapped his employee.
Oh.
Who happens to be his son-in-law. So this is where it gets a bit complicated.
Friend of an op is an op, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like if you get kidnapped by your father-in-law, is like, well, you know them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what are we going to do about that?
Anyway, he kidnapped him because he thought he stole $245 worth of rings. So that's why he got kidnapped.
Right.
But he finally set him free
back
in exchange for a neighbour's Xbox 360.
Those rings must have been... Wait, how much rings?
$245 worth of rings.
And how much is an Xbox?
I don't know how much it would have been back in the day. I reckon about 200.
I reckon he made some interest on that.
I reckon he made a little bit of profit.
Yeah, fine.
They captured him, by telling him they needed to move... Well, they needed help moving a saw. And then they kidnapped him. They took the younger man into a room, locked the door, and kidnapped him.
Or you couldn't get married after that, could you? That is your father-in-law.
Yeah.
You'd have to end it quick.
That's awkward.
That's really awkward. What would you
say? You probably have to see them because it says they're an employee as well. So do you reckon they just went back to normal after that? Like, oh, thanks for letting me free.
I'd contact my union. 100%.
Do you reckon they have a union?
Yeah, fuck knows.
Or if they're kidnapping.
I
don't reckon they have a union, to be honest with you. Right. The next one is... Right. A gamer's death at an internet cafe goes... I don't know why I laughed. It's because I messed up. It's really not because someone died.
Rest in peace, yeah.
A gamer's death at an internet cafe goes unnoticed for 9 hours. So...
the game, literally.
Yeah, exactly. So apparently a gamer, had basically died, I guess, playing... League of Legends.
Intense,
on this,
yeah.
And literally no one noticed. There's people in this thing because he passed away like in the position gaming.
How do you play League of Legends? How do you play League of Legends like that? Is it on like
it's on a
console?
Computer? No, it'd be on a computer.
Oh, well,
yeah. But my thing is, he must have passed away very peacefully.
He died doing what he loved.
I know,
and that's not what many people could say.
It's true.
That is so embarrassing.
And you're just there.
He's stiff by the time they found him.
Do you reckon he felt ill or anything?
Maybe the stress really got him. Maybe he had an aneurysm. I've nearly done that while driving.
What, has an aneurysm?
Yeah. Sometimes I get pain in my eye if I get really stressed. Then I've Googled it and apparently that can be serious.
Do you wear glasses?
Yeah.
Were you wearing glasses
No.
at the time? Oh. Sometimes I get really bad headache.
That's a great point actually.
When I'm driving.
Do you wear glasses?
Yeah.
Do you?
I do. I'm meant to wear them all the time, actually.
Same. Fuck that.
And then when I get to something like a football game and I literally, like, the players are so far away and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I squint really bad. I'm like...
Yeah. And then I put glasses on and my eyes relax and I'm like, oh, this is what it's like.
It's life-changing. When you put your glasses on, you're like, oh, this is what it's meant to look like.
Yeah, and then I take them off and then
I just get used to it again.
Yeah.
Felt that.
You got to get through life.
Blind leading the blind. What can you do?
Okay, are porn and games basically the same thing? This is what an article has asked. The argument is basically that I guess they're just saying porn and gaming are quite addictive and they're both online.
Right, okay.
So that's what they're saying. They're not literally saying...
Is Fortnite...
Unless you have the Wicked Whims mod, I guess.
Stunt porn, yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell them.
The article actually went on to acknowledge that games and porn are actually different. But it's just the fact that you could be addicted to both of them. And they're ruining basically the upbringing of children, I think is what the argument was meant to say.
Yeah, fine. Maybe it is.
Each to
Maybe
their
it
own.
isn't. Go outside. Do you know what I mean? Actually do leave the house, even if it's just to the local co-op.
True.
Because there's no need.
No.
But then I feel like gaming's more addictive than porn.
Really?
Because you're getting something out of it. Actually, well. But like, oh, I just cracked another level. Whereas like with porn, it's like, I've just nutted all over myself for the 8th time today. You're not really getting anything out of that.
True.
Yeah. So have that, scientists.
I know. Maybe you should be the scientist in this case.
Yeah.
You just cracked it. Oh, okay. Another one is someone got arrested, basically, and they were on house arrest. Okay. So they'd served 10 months out of an 11-month sentence.
Well, at home.
At home.
I'll do that anyway.
House arrest. And they basically just got fed up. They said that they'd finished all of the games that they had to play on the Xbox. So instead of serving the last month of their house arrest, because they're nearly there, they decided to trade it in for jail time because they're like, well, I can't do this anymore. I've completed all my Xbox games.
There's always a game out there. Sorry. Cooking Mama.
I think that's Nintendo. These are all Nintendo. Though.
Get a Nintendo then. Amazon's next
Cooking Mama was... like an iconic game.
That was the game.
Do you know what was so iconic? And it was when you could blow on the console. You go,
oh my god.
To cool.
I felt like Nigella Lawson. Jesus, that was a stroke in a name. Christ.
I do remember Cooking Mama. A great game.
Iconic games.
Do you remember Fruit Ninja?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Was it on the iPad?
That used to get my blood pressure high though.
Oh yeah.
Mega high.
I used to get angry.
Fuming. Mega fuming.
That was around the same time. So on my iPad, I remember having Fruit Ninja.
iPad.
Yeah, because I was at uni, so I used to play it in my lectures.
Yeah.
So I had Fruit Ninja, Candy Crush,
love that,
and Temple Run.
Now my mum used to have an addiction to Candy Crush.
I feel like it's a very like mum.
Oh my god!
They love
but
it.
Like she just wouldn't listen to me. She'd be like, "I've got to get the next level." I'm like, "Mum, it's all right. It's fine. Stop sweating over this."
I sometimes like see people on the tube, you know, when you like can look at people's phones because some people are on like very high levels on Candy Crush now because obviously
people still play it.
Yeah, people still play it. It's been out a while now, so people have been grafting for years.
That's like one of my friends still plays the Kardashian game.
Oh, I played that for a good while, to be fair.
I've never got into that.
A whole summer, that was me spent.
Wasted.
Yeah, it's true. But with that game, you log on, you do everything that you needed to do, and then you could come back the next day because there was a time limit on like.
Oh
you had to refresh and wait for.
Love that. Yeah. See, they were thinking about addiction.
They were.
Thank you, Kardashians.
Thank you, Kim. Love you. So I went onto Reddit, which is for gaming a very interesting place. I think you'd quite enjoy.
Really?
Just weird stories happen.
Fine.
And I was looking to try and find some interesting Sims storylines because on The Sims you can basically make whatever storyline you want.
Right.
And I found one. It's by K_Sean. So shout out to you. It's a very long story with lots of twists and turns. We're going to read through it and react to the events that unfold. Okay, so they said, my current game's story progress is pretty great. I started off with 2 bachelor brothers called Don, and he had his heart set on reaching the top of the political career. So I'm guessing he wanted to be like a president or something like that. Yeah.
Aim high.
Well, his brother, Jared, was intense.
So I hate that name.
You hate that name?
Jared.
They're both very American names, right?
Really
Don
are.
and Jared.
Red flag.
He was intent upon mastering the cooking skill and the logic skill. Jared was unemployed and he was living off his brother's income and spent much of his time getting to know the various ladies of the town.
Oh.
So, yeah. So basically we have Don, who very aspirational.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he wants to reach the top of the political career. And then there's Jared, who's like, yeah, I'm unemployed. I'm just living off my brother. But I do want to be a great cook.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And he's spending his time getting to know the ladies. So Jared's first major relationship was with the pizza delivery woman, but he quickly moved on to courting one of Don's co-workers called Tori. So these are his relationships.
Right, okay,
yeah.
fine.
He met Tori, who is Don's co-worker, at Don's political fundraising event. Love that.
He's a charity man.
Yeah. He wasn't super serious about Tori, but he did end up getting her pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've
this
all
is
been
where
there.
the first
No, we haven't.
the first twist. Well, you've got someone pregnant. Okay.
Yeah. All the time.
Okay, so he got her pregnant.
Yeah.
And he invited her over to break things off.
Shit.
Since he started seeing someone else.
Right.
Yeah, as you do. But then she went into labour as he was trying to break it off.
How long did he leave it? To tell her?
3 days in The Sims world. So it must have been 3 days.
It moves fast.
So he's tried to break it off with her because he's seeing someone new. But
Right.
she goes into labour and they had to head off to the hospital together to have their son.
at least he went.
Yeah, he went with her.
I
He's a
wouldn't.
stand-up guy, our
Oh,
Jared.
well, I'll book you the Uber. Uber or Bolt.
So their son Everett was born. And
These
Jared,
names
he
keep
had a
getting
change of
worse.
heart. And he
Oh.
decided that he wanted to make it work. He got married and he tried to raise the son.
Right.
Yeah.
I
so
mean, the
that's
bar
good.
was on the floor for her if she accepted that.
Well, I think she did because they planned the wedding.
Right.
And he confessed at the wedding to cheating on Tori. And she was not pleased, to say the least.
Yeah.
As like perfectly natural. And no matter how hard he tried to make amends, Tori had no interest in maintaining.
Tori's still trying to make amends.
Yeah, no, so Jared's still
Right.
trying to make amends with Tori.
Jesus Christ.
No matter how many times he tried to make amends, Tori had no interest in maintaining any sort of friendship with Jared.
See ya.
Bye. Meanwhile, we're back to Don now. He's
Right.
here. Meanwhile, Don had begun dating the woman across the street called Jamie.
Woman next door.
Yeah,
Love that.
easy.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Don't have to drive.
Exactly. His political career was taking off, so he's doing well.
Right.
And he decided he needed a companion to get him a better chance at winning over the voters. So, you know, in those movies where like
a dog.
I think he meant politician needs like the happy relationship.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't
fine.
think it meant a dog, but you know.
I'd vote for someone with a dog. So.
Jamie worked odd hours at the hospital though and wasn't too interested in going out with Don most nights of the week.
Right.
Fair enough.
Cheers.
So Don eventually decided to break things off, but he could never get a hold of Jamie since she was always working to
Right.
break it off with her. So he decided to start dating other women while still trying
You should
to...
just put a note for a door. Live next
Exactly.
door.
If you can't, can they not send text?
You're
Like, they
dumped.
definitely have phones.
100%. They've probably got MSN in this game.
Exactly. So basically he just started dating other women. He still hadn't broken it off, but
Right.
as you do. By this point, both brothers, while desperate for love, ended up with bad reputations for having cheated.
Wow.
I mean, they
Obviously.
did say at the beginning that there were 2 bachelors, so
Yeah, they warned us.
they're living up to their names. Okay, Jared and Don made the decision to move house to the house next door to Tori and Everett. So Tori and Everett is his baby mum and Jared's son.
Right.
So I think
They
that's
moved
quite...
house.
They've moved house next door to them. Basically, so that Jared could spend more time with his son, which I think is quite sweet.
Oh, you did live next door, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Don would come along and chat with Tori since they were good friends from work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jared
no.
desperately wanted to patch things up with Tori still, and enough to ask her and their son to move in with them, right?
Right. Big steps.
But she was still too disgusted with him
As
to
she
move
should.
in.
Queen.
Don decided that the only way to unite their families would be to court Tori himself.
Right.
Right, so Don
wants to...
caught his brother's baby mum
Right.
in order to unite the family,
Bring
as
back
you do.
Jeremy Kyle.
A stand-up guy,
Right.
uniting the family.
He's doing it for the family.
Yeah, so
What a
he
nice
decided
man.
to court Tori in hopes of capturing her heart and convincing her to move in after all.
Right.
So now,
How could that go wrong?
yeah, things went so well between Don and Tori
I believe
that she
it.
quickly agreed to move in and even become Don's girlfriend. How does Jared feel about this? Because
I'd be fuming. I'd
Yeah.
be foaming at the mouth.
Well, they live together as well.
Don't kiss her.
And they have to be in the same room. Your son's there.
I bet the son's gone. I swear that was
my uncle a minute ago.
Yeah, no,
very confusing for our Everett, but you know. Jared was thrilled to have Everett moving in, but was hurt by the fact that his brother was now dating his baby mama.
Here we are.
Perfectly normal feeling, I think, Jared. So Jared rushed off to the park to distract himself with some fishing. I mean,
that's another red flag.
What? 'Cause he's
Men
fishing.
with fish. I bet his profile picture's him with a carp. 100%.
Where he met BB Hart. So he's met a woman now.
Oh, that's a nice name.
Yeah, I think they got on quite well. Let me see, because all my cards are sticking together.
Great.
It's a cliffhanger. We're never going to find out.
I'm shaking. Oh,
there we go. The rest of the story is here. So BB Hart, he's met at the park whilst he's fishing.
Yeah.
Entranced and still desperate to make a lasting connection, they quickly became friends, then started dating, and finally got engaged, all in that one evening in the park.
Fair enough.
He's not messing about. He was hurt.
He's hurt.
Yeah, this seems like a rebound to me, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I wouldn't have that if I was BB.
But she probably does. Do you reckon he told her?
She was just there to fish.
Do you reckon he told her his whole story?
No. I think he said, I'm really upset. Let's get married.
Why not?
Hell in there.
I can't believe she agreed to it. Things are really looking up for the two formerly bachelor brothers. They're no longer bachelors.
No.
They decided to upgrade their home to something more befitting of a large family, led by a leading politician. So they're rich now as well. Good times. They're now living in the most expensive house in town. The brothers decided to get their backyard ready for a swanky red wedding for Jared and
Red
B.
wedding?
No, I just pronounced it wrong.
Oh, sorry. That's
not Game of Thrones,
was my concern, yeah.
Yeah, a swanky wedding for Jared and BB, because they're going to get married. Jared sent the invites out while Don and Tori took care of now toddler Everett. So Don is now taking care of Jared's son because Jared's too big. Yeah. Well, he might have done, you know. Everett's now a toddler, so he's grown up a bit
Worse
now.
age.
Yeah. His birthday was fast approaching, so he might be becoming a child soon. Yeah. As the guests began to arrive, Jared headed out to greet them and invite them inside. But this is another twist and turns the story. As soon as BB arrived, Jared discovered that she had been unfaithful. So BB had now cheated on Jared.
Karma comes at you fast.
It does. What goes around comes around.
It really does.
As they say. He was distraught, never thinking that he himself could be betrayed.
They never do.
You know, he'd done a fair amount of cheating himself.
Love that
so
for her.
Karma. But now what to do, because they've got the whole weddings ready to be set up in the garden. All the guests have arrived and they didn't want it to go to waste. So Don quickly brought Tori out to the wedding arch and he proposed to her. She said yes and they were married right away.
That's so muggy.
Yeah, so Don
didn't even like her.
Don not only stole Jared's baby mama, but on the day that Jared found out that his soon-to-be wife was cheating, his brother then stole his wedding.
There's a lesson to learn out of this.
What's the lesson?
Don't go fishing. That's the lesson of this whole story.
True. I feel like Don's definitely getting the better end
Don's
of the
living
stick.
his life. He's a politician.
Maybe he secretly feels that Jared uses him because Jared's obviously unemployed.
Oh my God, so he's getting his money's worth from him using him. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Payback.
Mm-hmm, payback.
Love that.
Though most of the guests missed the wedding since... Sorry, this is not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. Most of the guests actually missed the wedding when it happened, since one of the senior guests was in the middle of dying.
Died.
Yeah, dying in the children's nursery.
Oh,
where toddler Everett, so the old person at the wedding was dying in the nursery, whilst toddler Everett had aged up to childhood mere moments before. So imagine, you're a young toddler, you're having your birthday, aging up, and as you do, someone dies right in front of you in your nursery.
I'd be fuming.
I would be. It's like stealing your moment.
Leave the room.
It's like rude.
Yeah.
Can you not?
Have some respect.
Anyway, it's been a few days now since that ill-fated event turned joyous affair.
Oh.
Jared has since been waiting outside of BB's front porch till she arrives home from work so that he could break things off with her.
I think she's already done that.
Yeah, I think she just told them everything he needs to know. I feel like he should just get the picture,
needs
really.
to go. Get on Tinder or Hinge or something.
Yeah. I feel like the real person that I want to know from the perspective of is Everett.
I agree.
Yeah. And whilst he was waiting for her, Jared, he even had the chance to befriend her aging parents.
We'll be dead next week anyway, by the time this game goes.
And the very next day, Jared got a call from the pizza delivery woman, who he originally started dating and then sacked off. She was before Tori, asking him out on a date. I mean, perhaps Jared's chances of love aren't completely dead yet. He needs to get a job.
Cliffhanger?
Yeah, that was the end. I feel like he needs to get a job.
He needs to do something. He needs to stop.
Why did he befriend BB's old parents?
Maybe this is his calling. He should become a nun or something like that.
Maybe.
A priest.
Maybe. I think Everett needs to go to counselling.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things that needs to happen there. Don needs to move away.
Don and Tori need to get out. And why are they all living together?
Fuming. Very weird.
They need to have a sit down with Jared and just say, look.
Give me Texas vibes. So I'm not into that.
Yeah.
Jared needs to move out. That's very embarrassing.
He needs to get a job.
Get a job. Yeah.
I wonder what BB's doing.
Not much, probably. Probably just still cheating about.
I don't think she was serious.
I think she's having a great time.
I think it was a red flag that she agreed to get married on the same night as meeting him as well.
I can only agree. That's like, Pam and Tommy.
Yes.
Those vibes. Look how that turned out.
I know. I did love that series, though.
Amen.
It really made me want a boob job.
Did you see? Posted his. Me too. But he posted his penis on Instagram the other day.
Yeah, I did see this. Was it real? Like, genuine.
Literally screenshotted it because I was like,
but was it an old photo? Because he looks young in the photo. Like he's got. You can see his hair. He looks quite young.
Maybe
because he's older now, right?
But it was like flaccid and impressive.
Yeah,
I'll give him that.
It looked similar to in the series.
Yeah, so. And that was weird. I didn't expect anything like that to pop out of me on the series. I was like, oh.
The part which was the most weird was when it was talking
to him.
Yeah.
I've never had my vagina talk to me.
No.
Ever. No matter how drunk I've got in my life.
I know.
They're still tiny.
Fascinating. Yeah. But anyway, I did want a boob job after watching that series. So what we do, and this is slowly becoming my favourite part of the podcast, I ask my guests to build their ideal video game. Right. If money wasn't an object, you could basically think of anything. However, with you, I think it could be interesting for me to give you the idea and we're going to run with it.
Okay.
So it should be a video game about your life. So that the game is basically they start as you, young, and they just go through your life.
Okay.
And the concept is just the trials and tribulations of G.K. Barry's life.
Okay.
And the missions are, you do different missions. So.
Love that.
I've said, where would it be set? I'm assuming Cambridge we would start in.
Yeah, we'd have to, fortunately.
So what would the opening scene be? Where do you see it beginning?
Okay. Opening scene, I'm on a punt. Because Cambridge is full of punts.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
How old are you? What age are we starting at?
Are we starting young?
Yeah.
Okay, newborn.
Okay.
Bottle of peach snaps in my hand.
Right.
That was my drink when I was younger.
Same.
Yeah.
Actually.
Never again.
So you're a newborn with a peach snaps.
Newborn, little socks on, bit of peach snaps, and a minty clicky fag. That's going to be how we start. Yeah. Can't remember what they're called. It's a minty clicky one.
What theme tune would happen? Because I always envision the beginning of something being like a bird's eye view and it's just going to zoom in on you.
I'm thinking maybe I Will Survive or
Gloria
It's
Gaynor.
Raining Men.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those two. I think they really sing to me.
Yeah.
Stand out to me.
Love that.
Yeah. So that's how I'd
So we're starting as a baby.
Yeah.
And I feel like the game should be you through the ages. So it could be you as a baby.
Yeah.
Maybe toddler,
yeah.
child. But the core should be sort of teenage years to now.
Yeah, I hear that. School and now.
Yeah, school, first boyfriend, first night out. First time being drunk. Things like that.
That would be a really good game.
And these are fun missions.
Yeah.
So maybe your first night out, you're trying to navigate the character when you're drunk.
Yeah. First night out, find your way home. Good luck with that. Your friend's paralytic.
Got to carry her out.
Got to carry her one arm. Carry her home. Bag in that in the other. Weird taxi man offering to take you home. Do you do it, yes or no?
And the things will come up on the screen.
Obviously you say yes. Petrol crisis. Go to him. You do make it home safe. That's one round done.
And then you have to deal with the hangover the next day.
Oh my God,
So it's the decisions of what is this feeling.
Oh, I feel sick. Do you throw up in the bin or try and make it to the toilet?
Or out the window.
Been
there before.
Literally been there before. Yeah.
Pun intended. Okay, so that's what I feel like we should discuss more missions. We've got the first night out, the first boyfriend or the first partner.
Yeah. Oh, first boyfriend, first partner. Do you set him alight or do you stay with him? Ooh. Hindsight, you should set him alight.
Okay.
You don't know that though because it's a game.
Yeah.
So that's one mission. That's another mission. Second mission, girls are coming at your man. What do you do? I don't know what to do. Block them on Facebook.
MSN.
MSN.
You get home, you log on to MSN.
Yeah.
The guy you fancy is then messaging you, so you've got to try and figure out what your options are.
Sending you kisses, you're analysing them. There's two.
Someone shared the love with you on Bebo.
Oh, I'm too young for Bebo.
Yeah, well, I'm quite old, so
sorry about that.
Back in the day, it's just made me feel old. Back in the day, you had one share the love each day.
Oh.
So and it would come up on your profile. So if you fancied someone, like I remember one time this boy I fancied shared the love with me, and I literally was like, "We're getting married. Like this is, I know." And you had top friends. You had the same on MySpace. Ooh. So you have your top 8 friends, and that was very serious. And if you got moved or taken off of someone's top friends, you'd fallen out. And everyone would know about it because it was public on your...
That's very stressful.
Yeah.
It's like Snapchat when it first started.
What, you had top friends?
You could see their best friends.
You could see who they'd been talking to.
That would cause shit. I'd be like, why are you talking to Rebecca?
One time, I think I'd literally spoken to one of my colleagues at work, this was back in the day, twice on Snapchat.
Love that.
And... his girlfriend had obviously been on his list and seen me very high up. Yeah. And she jumped to conclusions and literally went on a whole rant on Instagram. Said I had Sharpie eyebrows. Yeah, said my...
Did you?
I feel like they were quite Sharpie at the time. Yeah.
I mean, I'm on
your
side. Who
can blame her?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about side missions, because in games they always have the main missions, but side missions are like quirky little ones.
Right.
So I'm thinking like if you're in the playground at school, like... you could hustle. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, people sometimes at the playground would like bring sweets in, you sell them.
Oh.
Yeah, try and make a business out of it.
Oh my God. Field parties, bringing bottles of alcohol. Do you want it? That's a tenner.
Yes.
Could do that.
Have your side business.
Yeah, I've got my side business. I don't even know what my side in the business would have been at school.
I can't remember. I didn't have one. I went to boarding school, so the resources were limited. Yeah.
Do you wear long skirts?
No, we did not. But the cool thing to do was wear the skirt like low.
Yeah, mine was
high-waisted skirt was not in.
No. Oh, sorry. God forbid if you were.
Yeah, this was the naughties.
Curvy babe.
So, I know. It was the naughties, and so you wear like the really low skirt and like a really baggy shirt. It probably looks awful.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine it, but I'm sure you look great.
I mean, I pulled it down because my mum had bought me the naturally high-waisted one, so it didn't fit around my hips. And I pulled it down so tight because I was really trying to get it as low as I can, because it's really uncool to have a high-waisted skirt.
God forbid, yeah.
I sneezed during art.
Snap.
And the button literally went and
very
fired out backwards behind me. It was so embarrassing. Everyone knew.
It's the last sneeze you ever did.
Do you think your game could be multiplayer? So you could go online and play with other people?
Yeah, especially like when I get to uni.
What other characters would you have?
I'd have all my friends. Can have my friends, maybe my brother. Mm-hmm. You can stir the pot being my brother. Piss me off a bit here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we get to uni, you can live with me in a house of 6.
You've got to select who you're going to live with.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah. And then they can, like, we can go on nights out together, see how that ends. Will we go to uni that day? Probably not. But you can always have the choice.
True.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay. What is one thing your game will do that's never been done before?
Include STIs. Got to be realistic, haven't you? So I'd say that would be the decider of that game.
That could be a side mission.
Yeah.
Like your character's in discomfort, so you have to go to the doctor.
Is it chlamydia or gonorrhea?
Oh my God.
Decide.
I love that.
Thank you.
Okay. What would your game be called?
Oh my God. What would my game be called? Oh.
It's a hard one.
The Rise and Fall of G.K. Barry. I don't know. It sounds like a film.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, if I have an autobiography, write that down.
The Rise and Fall of G.K. Barry.
I don't know what it would be called. It's hell in there.
That's
what it'd be called.
Yeah,
It's
I would
hell in
play
there.
that.
Yeah.
I would.
Thank you.
Yep. Imagine your game's ready to be released.
Right.
And it comes to rolling out an ad campaign.
Right.
So it's going to be like a TV ad.
Oh.
You can have 3 people
That's going on E4.
to feature in your ad. Who would it be? They could be any like famous people, any profession. Just people you'd love in your ad.
One of the cock destroyers.
Right.
Maybe Rebecca. She seems like a sweet soul. I'd have Leonardo DiCaprio. Because I kind of want to meet him.
Yeah.
So he can just be in there. And then... I don't know. Who else would I have? Maybe like... Who's someone fit that can make me look good? Maybe like Angelina Jolie or something.
Yeah.
Because people at my school would be like, have you seen that Grace was with Angelina Jolie? They'd be like, yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, suck on that.
Angelina. Okay, well, I want to play your game now.
Yeah, I know. So do I. It's about me.
We do this thing where we compare consoles to things. Like, so we've done it with... If a PS4 was
Not
a packet
me
of
looking around
crisps,
to see, I'm like, right.
what would it be? So I want to do it with, like, British snacks, you know, like biscuits or whatever. So let's start with the PlayStation 5. So it's the most recent PlayStation.
Right.
If you could pick it to be a British snack.
This is so bold of you to assume I know what that looks like. Or
it doesn't matter what it looks like, but PS5 is like...
It's a new one.
It's the new one. It's the new model. Everyone wants it. Not everyone can get it because it's quite high in demand.
Okay.
But it's got all of the new games on it. Very popular.
And it's got to be like a snack.
Yeah.
Maybe like a creme brulee. No. What's fish eggs?
Foie gras. Is that right?
Caviar. That's not British though, is it?
No. That's definitely French.
Right. British snack, a Vicky sponge. Not everyone can perfect it.
I love a Victoria sponge.
But you always want a slice. Yeah.
Love that.
That's what that would be.
Okay. Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
So you play this, right? If you got Animal Crossing.
I've dabbled. I'd say a bourbon. Ooh. Everyone knows what it is.
Yeah.
Some people like it.
I don't like them, not gonna lie.
Blasphemy.
Yeah.
Love a Borb. But then some people it's not their choice. They'd rather have like a PlayStation or an Xbox. So I'd say Borb.
Bourbon.
Yeah.
Versatile.
A BB.
They are good if you dip them in your tea.
Oh, yeah. They're a bit dry if you don't dip in your tea. But I'm a dipper. I'm a dunker.
I'll accept that.
Thank you.
Next one is the Xbox 360.
Quaver.
Well, the smelly quavers.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I am addicted to the salt and vinegar quavers.
I've never tried a salt.
They
and
had them when
one.
I was younger, and they've brought them back recently.
I thought it was just cheese.
Well, they've got salt and vinegar.
I'll dip my toes in that. Fine. I love a salt and vinegar.
Really nice.
When it's really strong and you're like, love
that.
that.
And it's making my mouth water thinking about it. Love that.
Love that.
Okay, Game Boy, Nintendo Game Boy.
Ooh,
so this is back in the day. You had Pokemon, Mario.
Do you know what it reminds me of? When Yorkies were just for men.
Oh yeah, do you remember
those
how adverts?
Old. Yeah, I'm thinking. It's not British though, is it? Or is it?
I think
Yorkie's British.
Yeah.
So Yorkie.
Oh.
Yeah, because I used to remember those when I was younger, and I used to actually think you couldn't eat them.
I thought if you were a girl,
yeah, I thought it would do something to my hormones.
Because the whole... Do you remember this? I actually can't believe this even happened.
Yeah,
the branding literally had a female
girls,
with a red cross on it.
Yeah. Small penis energy. Very weird. I can't believe that was approved.
If it was kind of like the late 90s, early noughties.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
what am I talking about? We had no rights then.
It's true. Okay, let's do one last one. To finish, we'll do the Sega Mega Drive, which was like Sonic the Hedgehog era. This was my first console I played, so this is probably like early 90s. So maybe think of a classic snack.
Classic snack.
Do you know what I would pick?
What?
Cheese string.
That's weird because I mean, it's not the same at all, but I was thinking brie and a cracker. Like, that's a classic snack for me.
That's a classic British. That gives me Christmas vibes.
So
brie and crackers.
I feel like cheese string's actually spot on because I was thinking of cheese anyway.
Yeah, cheese string.
I hear it. Like the proper rubbery. Did you used to peel it or did you just eat it?
Yeah, no, I don't like when people just ate it.
Oh yeah, neither do I.
No, you definitely need to do that.
Yeah, I'm a pervert.
I
like
like peeling it.
Do you know what
I
happens?
love cheese string.
I have no patience. I have to eat it.
What was in your packed lunch when you were younger?
I was a school dinner girl.
Was you?
Yeah.
I just see I obviously boarding school, so we had school dinners.
Trigger warning.
I just feel like I could talk about it loads. But when I did summer camp or things like that, I would have packed lunch. But I was such a fussy eater. I literally would have bread roll with butter. No filling.
I mean, I can't judge because I'm partial to a just ham. Like a just
I
ham
used to
sandwich.
have just ham, but I don't
Love
eat
it.
pork now. I have just cheese.
Cheddar?
Yeah.
All right.
With
Bit
butter.
dry though. That's what I'm
Maybe
thinking.
have butter.
How much bloody butter are you having on this roll?
Yeah, well, ham's dry as well then.
No, ham's a bit wet. Ham and cheese. Yeah, that's disgusting. Sorry. Ham and cheese is a good combo. I love it. Buttery biscuit base. I love it.
Buttery biscuit base. Oh my god. Right, and then I would have crisps.
Yeah.
Salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
Or prawn cocktail if I was feeling adventurous.
Salt and vinegar I agree with.
Fruit winder.
Who?
Do you not have fruit winders before?
Like a wine gum?
No, fruit winders.
Oh, I never really
Round
ate them,
trees.
but they look great.
I would do something really disgusting, and I wouldn't like just unwrap it and eat it off the packet.
Would
I'd
you
wrap it around
just-
my thumb, the whole thing, and then just suck my thumb. Disgusting.
You had a lot of trauma, I can tell.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll unpack that at some point.
What else would I eat? Probably a biscuit. I did like those pink wafer biscuits. Not gonna lie.
They were Moorish as well. I'd be like a knit.
Or a lemon slice. You know the lemon in the packs?
Like
they
a
came in the
Kipling.
plastic case. Kipling ones.
Yeah. Oh, they
French
were good.
fancies.
No. Now that is where I draw the line.
I'd eat the sponge and leave the top little bit.
If you eat the fancies, you're on the register. And I've stuck by that all my life.
I love a French fancy. The pink one.
Someone check our hard drive.
Right. Anyway,
Yeah,
GK.
sorry.
It's all right. I love this because I'm sat here so awkward because you are so no filter.
No, I get this a lot. Sometimes I meet people and I can tell. I went to this premiere, but it wasn't like that. It was like a TV reality thing the other day. And I was just coming out with shit and I could tell that everyone was really uncomfortable and I was like, okay. And I left. I was like, none of them ever speak to me
I
again.
like that about you.
Oh,
You've
thank
got
you.
balls.
Well,
I could never.
yeah, fine. Thank you.
Anyway, thanks so much for joining me.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
If you ever want a game, let me know and
I'll
put you on the Sims.
PUBG.
You can go on Wiki
Yeah,
Wins.
I'm downloading the mods or whatever it is.
Do it.
The web mods. Well mods.
the web mods.
Well, I don't know what they are.
Anyway, everyone go and check GK out everywhere and listen
Good
to her
luck.
podcast, which is very, very good.
Thank you.
Love that. And I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Peace.
See ya.